I'm actually glad you're here, man, because I wanted to say, I wanted to talk a little bit before we get into this, because honestly, I just don't, I don't see you guys enough. You know what I mean? I don't get to have verbal diarrhea. I used to have it every day. Now it's like I'm working so damn much. I just don't get any opportunity. I get no opportunity. So I want to fucking barf here, right? I was really thinking about this shit. Today, Xbox announced a small version of their console, their new console, the Xbox Sex. They launched the Xbox Sex without an S. Or maybe it's just Sex S. I'm not sure. Xbox S. It's tiny. It's tiny, and apparently it has like some weaker hardware in it. Even though it has the same kind of hardware, it's weaker. And so they managed to make it a cheap price of like $300, but it's only gonna be for games that are like 1080p display or something like that. But dragging my ass finishing Disco Elysium. I think I have 30 minutes left. Not a bad idea. So I was reading about this console, you know, and I was sitting here thinking, you know, that might actually be a pretty good move. That might be, because you got to hear me out on this, right? I have 1080Zs on my TV. I love it. I'm a big fan of 1080Z. I've never had any problems with it. It's always been a great resolution. And my old dream, which is now no longer going to happen, is 60 FPS would become the next big step. That pretty much died. That pretty much died the day 4K came in. You're getting the gold PS5? That shit's like $30,000, dude. The funny thing is you can buy the gold PS5 or the discless version, the discless version of the gold PS5, and it's like $100 less or something. So you're still blowing like $30,000 or whatever on this gold-plated PS5, but you're saving $100 if you don't go with the disc version. Like, what the fuck? Digital-only version? Why, at that point, would you hold back $500? I don't get it. That's wild. That's wild. In any case, I am going to not get that. I'm going to get a PlayStation 5. And with that PlayStation 5, I'm going to upgrade to a 4K TV, right? And it's like, I am going to be dropping a lot of money on this. A lot of money. And the only reason I'm doing it is really because of the stream. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really care about the 4K stuff. I do want a PS5, but like, if I didn't have a stream, I honestly would have a very, very hard time justifying getting, really even getting the PS5, at least on launch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a good computer. You know, PS4 is still going to be, you know, usable for a while. And it's just, I am going to be dumping so much money on games like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm dumping all this money on the ability to play games like this. It's not that I'm lacking games. It's just, why am I spending thousands of dollars to play a prettier version of this game that you and I've already shat on? I haven't even begun it yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, why am I dumping so much money on something like this when all I'm getting is a 4K, maybe 120 hertz? I don't even know if that does or means anything. I don't know anything about hertz. I only know frame rate. And I'm certain that the PS5 ain't doing 60 FPS. They would have been jerking off that dick forever if that was true. But it's just going to be prettier versions of whatever the fuck we're about to play. And I'm telling you right now, thousands of dollars to play this game, but a prettier version, and then games that are going to play pretty much exactly like this game, or are going to be along the same vein, they're all going to be, what I'm trying to say is they're all shit. They're all shit. And yet I am going to drop thousands of dollars so that I can play this shit. And I'm sitting here like, why? Why am I going to do it? And there's only one reason. Well, there's two reasons. One, I'm kind of an asshole and I like video games. Somehow that keeps me going. But number two, I have this stream. And I really, really, really like shitting on games with the stream. Like, I have a lot of fun. And I don't understand, I don't have, like, real logic to it. It's just, I have this deep-seated need to get all this fancy stuff so that we could shit on it, like, unquestionably. You know what I mean? Like, I can sit here and be like, I am playing this game 120 hertz. I've got 28 frames for the frames. I got 27. I got 4K resolution. This game is the most garbage game I've played to date. Garbage. Trash. Worse. Can't even breathe. It's so bad. I smelled it before it got in my mailbox. You know what I mean? I want that experience. I want that experience. I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. In fact, I'm very eager. I'm excited. I'm excited to spend that much money and to have this fancy-ass setup for games that are not good. Games just aren't good. They are all trash. All games are trash. When has been a good game that we've played? Fall Guys, made by indie guys, probably for $5. The guy probably stole the source code from the Flippy Bird or Flappy Bird guy. You know what I'm saying? Easy. He made it in his basement, and he made it in a cave. Made it in a cave. Fucking, what else? Like, Sekiro, I guess, was pretty good. Fucking Resident Evil 2, I guess all the rehash stuff, right? Was that even this year? I don't even think that was this year, right? Resident Evil 3 was definitely not something to write home about. Just turned into Salty Bet Spectator stream. The thing is I love the interaction. I love the interaction. I like it. I mean, I love it. It's amazing. And I have this odd feeling, this odd compulsion that if I really step up my hardware, you know, if I really join, because it's the start of a new generation, I want to be up there with the pros. You know what I'm saying? I want to be up there with the professionals. It's so that when I shit on the games, it travels really far down. So that the splatting radius is wide. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to be at peak efficiency when I shit on these games. And for some bizarro reason, it appeals to me from, like, a very deep level. I feel like it's so honest. I feel like it's just so honest. I'm unburdened by any kind of pre-notions, preconceptions. I can just freely poop from the sky down like a bird and try and hit video game cars that are running by. And right underneath me, well, maybe more like to the side of me, are all you guys. All two of you. Sitting off to the side, also trying to shit on the same cars. Trying to shit on the same car I'm trying to shit on. It's all the same thing. We're all doing the same thing. And we're all free to do it. And then maybe one random person comes in and be like, I don't think I'm going to shit on that car. I like that car. And it's like a Dodge Stratus or something that drove by. And we're just like, are you kidding? Like, you're not going to shit on the Dodge Stratus? And they're just like, nope, I like it. It's a cool car. It's got a nice little design around the fender. It's like, wow. Those moments. Turbo Dog, you've got to know what I mean, man. Like, you stream. I know you're a speedrunner, but you talk shit about games. I've seen you do it. You cannot tell me you don't have this thing in you that is just like, this sucks, and I need to tell everybody that it sucks, and I need to spend money and play the whole game so I can tell everybody it sucks. You can't tell me you don't have that. You've got to have it. That's why you keep coming back to this stream, because you got it. I tend to stay away from things I know are trash. That's the thing, though, is like, I know it's going to be garbage, and I still do it. I still grab it and do it because the experience is so worth it to me. The experience is so worth it to me. I'm about to drop thousands. I don't know if it's actually thousands, but I'm dropping serious cash on a new TV and a PS5. I might even get like a new graphics card, a new power supply so I can run it. Like, just so I can play new games. And we know, the thing is we know that they're going to be trash, right? Like, I will say 13th Hour is the worst game I've ever played. The thing is like, we just know, because no game ever ends up being good with just the few exceptions. And there's a lot of good games out there, but there's just like, it's so hard to get them. And then you play them once and it's like, it's over. Someone out there is like, haha, Superman 64. Look, man, I think like Styx is the worst game. No, I think the first Evil Within is the absolute trashiest of the games. Maybe the sequel, but I think the initial Evil Within, pure garbage. You could not have made a worse game. And that, my lord and savior of Stoners Galore, Eris, loves that game. It's his top-rated game. It's Miyazaki did it again, or whatever. Fucking, I hate that game. I hate that game. With a passion, I hate that game. About as much as I hate Styx. Man, that shit sucked. But it's just, maybe, I don't know. I guess it's just a me thing. I thought maybe as a fellow streamer, you understand the urge. You know what I'm saying? But for me, it's always it's a deep-seated need to play what is new. To play what is new. It just came out, fancy, all this AAA hard-ass cash went into a title, you know? It's like millions and millions of dollars. Maybe even billions of dollars going into this title. If not into the title itself, but in like marketing or all sorts of shit. You know what I'm saying? And then we're like, damn, this game is garbage. This game sucks. It's the worst fucking game. The worst. $1 million games, and we're just sitting here pooping. We're pooping straight out the butt all over the title. Exactly. There are so good reasons not to even really look at a console this generation. At the very least, at the start of it. You could get a good PC. I mean, the new graphic cards, the 30, 70, 60, 80, 90s, the 60s and 70s are definitely within affordable range. And they're going to get you a great deal of performance. It is a good time for graphic cards. And eventually, I'm hoping those cards will even go down a bit as they get more produced. Because hopefully people are going to want them. You know what I mean? Just learned Desert Child released. Like, what the hell is that? I need to get on that? What the hell is that? Is that another title? This is the other thing, though, right? I've always held the stance that indie games are trash. But so far, a lot of the indie games, I think, are ones that are actually holding up pretty good. Yeah, that's not... Okay, I take that. I take all what I just said about indie games being good back. But in any case, it seems like the only ones I've really enjoyed are the ones that are like Fall Guys. Fall Guys has been pretty fun. I liked it. Even though I swear to God, it's got to be some sort of weird streamer clickbait video game bullshit. I liked it. I liked it. I still want to kind of go back and play it. I'm waiting for Season 2. Even though I didn't buy the game. It's free, and I'm still waiting for Season 2. Like, and that game could not have been made any cheaper. You know what I'm saying? It's a cheap... It's still a video game while still being a game. It's very, very cheap. And I'm just so... It's so crazy to me that I'm going to spend thousands of dollars, and at best, there's going to be an indie game that catches my attention, if I'm lucky. And maybe it's going to run at 4K 120 FPS or some crazy shit like that. Cool. But we can... The only thing we know for sure is games like this. They're going to be extremely pretty. They're going to look amazing. They're going to sound pretty good. I'm sure there's a better sound system than the one I got. But I don't care. Because if I get a better system, it's already too loud. You know? I don't want to get a better one because I really can't hear it anyways. I'm not supposed to. I don't want to blare into the mic. But these games, as amazing and high-tech and pushing the envelope in all that sense, they're still like the exact same story games. And that's all we're going to get. You know, that's all we can count on, is this is the type of shit we will get. It's really weird. It's really weird. And yet, I just telling you guys about this makes me almost hype. It almost makes me hype. I watched it for 20 seconds, and I flushed it. Sorry, man. It didn't look like my thing. Don't know what to tell you. Looked like Punch Planet, but with cars. I just wanted to get that off my chest. I don't know. I just fucking... Maybe this game will actually have the combat and it'll be cool. But I'm betting not. I'm betting it's not. What I'm betting is that this game is going to be something that maybe I'll actually complete, but it will probably be trash. And then this is all we're going to get, right? This is next gen. We're looking at next gen right here. It's just going to be this type of stuff, I guess. And I couldn't be more excited. It's all because of stream, man. It's the stream. If I wasn't streaming, I honestly think I'd be just doing PC stuff, and I wouldn't have played nearly as much as I would have even missed, like, God of War, which I actually liked. I don't think I would have played it. I don't think I would have. It's the stream. The stream has done worlds. Has made a world, multiple worlds, dimensions even, of differences in how I am engaging and perceiving video games now. And so the dynamic of how I used to be a consumer has completely changed. And yet, I have a deep-rooted appreciation for where I was coming from, because that's where a lot of dudes in chat are going to be coming from. They're just going to be a dude that plays the game. And if they want the experience that I've got, they can get it by just watching me play it and talk a bunch of shit and be like, man, this game is garbage. We fucking played this already back on the PS1 or something, you know? I could just be like, if I wanted this experience, I'd go boot up Streets of Rage. Like, that whole issue, that back and forth and stuff, it's so tantalizing. It's a tantalizing feeling. I can't be more happy. I can't be more happy that I'm about to spend way more money than I think I've ever spent in one sitting on video game related stuff. TV, PS5. And that's assuming I can't come up with anything else, like a graphics card, you know, power supply. I mean, it's some wild stuff. Before we get to, I mean, I guess I've already rambled on long enough, but the big thing here is that I really wanted to let you guys know how I'm feeling these days. I'm excited, I guess. I guess I'm trying to say I'm excited. I just don't like video games. There's no way I don't like games, because I enjoy the process so damn much. The thing is like, even with Death Stranding, I loved beating Death Stranding. I didn't love playing it, but when I beat it, I felt so relieved. Like, oh, you know, like I can keep my gamer card or something. You know, I can punch another one on the hardcore. You know, like I didn't even feel that way with Sekiro. When I beat Sekiro, I was like, I'm glad I beat it, because it was really tiring halfway through. Death Stranding, I was bored the first 3 hours into it. And after that, it was just a slog to beat that game. But I felt so good. And we talked shit the whole time. Tula fucking called the ending without even looking at the game. It was hilarious. It made me laugh. It made me laugh, and it was the biggest payoff for such a boring game. How can I say I hate games when I can draw that kind of experience out of it, you know? And it's not just me, it's the stream. The stream is helping to weave and pull out that kind of fun and the feeling of it. And it's only like 2 or 3 of us at any time, right? We barely hit the double digit on viewer count, hardly ever. But when we stream, and there's a couple of people in here, it's just, I don't know, it can be magic. Granted, it gets boring a lot of the time too, right? I'm playing Fall Guys, I'm winning all day, pretty boring. But still, it happens. Oh, God. Like, this guy doesn't count. I know him in real life. Hey, thanks for the resub, man. I appreciate it. You'll double digit me? Listen, just keep it single digits, all right? I know your girth. I've talked to your wife, so don't even fucking try it. Good to see you. Anyways, I just wanted to talk shit about next gen because I'm dropping so much money. Well, whatever. No big deal. Let's play some video games, right? Let's fucking get in on this event.